People will never confront you again if you pay very close attention to what I'm going to tell you in this video. Ultimately, it's all rooted in self-confidence, and there's no better way to have self-confidence than to live a no bullshit life, not a fake one. And you need to check out my program. There's only 10 spots available. They're going to fill out very fast for 10 special people who want to live a bullshit-free life. Click the link down below to reserve your spot before it's too late. Look, at the end of the day, you've been on the receiving end of abuse, of disrespect, of lies, shame, guilt, embarrassment, and so much more. Ultimately, that's rooted in the fact that you are, and I have to say how it is, an easy target. By being an easy target, it basically means you allow these individuals to attack you. There are some circumstances when we grow up and in situations we can't control where we are forced to be around people. School is a great example. You sit next to the bully. You have lunch and are around people who take the piss out of you. Your teacher's a bully, your boss, and so on. But then there are other circumstances where we invite these people into our lives, the wrong relationships, the wrong friends. We still persist with family, and yet we are an easy target. Literally, we've got a target on our head, and we're encouraging and telling people to take a shot. But if there was a way for you to recognize and realize that this all starts with you, not the other person, and ends with you as well, this could be the end of the arguments. If you argue with a fool, from a distance, no one can tell who is who. You may have justification to have these arguments. You may have valid points. Hell, you could do a PowerPoint presentation and say to this person, this is where you're an idiot, where you're wrong, where you've betrayed me, and so on. But still from a distance, still, you look like the fool. We want to remove the fact that you are the fool, because you're certainly not a fool, and we want to expose the harsh truth. The harsh, cold, brutal truth here is you are engaging with the wrong people and logically and emotionally trying to get your point across. There is no point doing so because you are arguing with a brick wall. I was in a relationship that was toxic with somebody who was stupid as well. That's a very dangerous combination. Stupid and toxic. It's all hell on earth. So how do you think I tried to communicate with this person? Through all means necessary. I've raised my voice. I've tried to be empathetic. I've tried to explain things. I've tried to dumb myself down, and nothing gets through to them. They're a brick wall. And no matter what I do, no matter what I say, confrontation, aggression, abuse still came in my direction. So if that is the case, if that's the reality, if that's the situation, what can you do? How can you actually prevent confrontation coming your way? The first thing to do is to recognize this important, abundantly obvious truth that you will never be good enough for the wrong person. Now, for strangers and people you hardly know or getting to know, it is easier said than done. Well, I'm dating this person. It's not really progressing anywhere. We're not going anywhere. I could just walk away. There's no emotional ties. What about a marriage? What about a long-term friendship? What about a parent? What about a sibling, and so on? There's memories there. There's financial anchors sometimes. There's living arrangements and more. It becomes very, very difficult. And what you normally do is you say and insist to yourself that today's the day that I'm not going to argue or take the bait. And then you take the bait again and you're back to square one and you're watching videos like this looking for the answers. The harsh reality again is to swallow that very bitter, very necessary pill of truth that you will never be good enough for the wrong person. But what the hell does that even mean? Good enough means the following. You'll never be smart enough. You'll never be wise enough. You'll never be enough in general. Attractive enough, good enough, whatever. That doesn't mean that you aren't those things. It means through their distorted perception, through the hate in their heart, for the way they see the world, the way they've pigeonholed you, which is distorted, deranged, unstable, negative, and like psychopathic almost, and unhealthy, it's never going to happen. You cannot fix those who can't be fixed. You cannot save those who don't want to be saved. The only person you can save in this circumstance is yourself. So that's the reality. If you are met with venomous anger, aggression, confrontation, no matter what circumstances, you're the emotional punching bag. Understand that fundamental truth. Strip away the title of parent, strip away the fact that you're married or whatever like that. That person, whoever they are, who lunges for you, whether it's something as minor as spilling milk or as major as making a mistake because you're a human bloody being, they're the wrong person. Notice how you don't have confrontations with the right people. Notice how there's people you've known your entire life and they've never argued with you. Are they docile? Are they soft? Are they weak? No, they respect and love you. They're the right, healthy people. Unfortunately, not everyone around us is healthy and right. So that's the reality. The second realization here is masked in the fact that you're never being the wrong person, is you are never going to win. Now, park your competitiveness aside. Park your facts aside. Park your feelings as well. None of these things matter. In the heat of an argument, in the heat of rage, in the heat of losing control, you look like a fool. Even though you promise and say to yourself, I am not going to stoop down to that level, but you still do. As a result, they do as well, and you don't win. You both lose. But you're going to say, but what do you want me to do? Lay down and take it? No, we're coming on to that. Instead, you need to understand that the argument is not about winning. The argument is not about having a go at them. The argument is not about actually trying to convince them. It's about control. If you're dealing with a stupid, toxic person, the worst combination, most common combination here as well, they're stupid, which means they don't listen. They're toxic, which means they fly off the handle and humiliate and stoop low and embarrass and hurt you in the process. So what do? You bite back. Maybe you bite your tongue and you can't bite it anymore. You take the bait. Because have you ever noticed that these people smirk a little bit evilly, smile, enjoy the argument? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is what you're up against. Do you think you can win by shouting louder? No, you'll lose your voice. Do you think you'll win by engaging in logic? They're not listening. So you cannot win. And ironically, despite what you might think, despite what others might say, by not engaging is how you win. So when they fly off the handle, when the arguments come your way, when the basically emotional punching bag in you is being engaged by them, firstly, they're the wrong person. So no matter what you say or do, you say to yourself, they're wrong and I can't do anything right. I know that hurts, but park your ego aside. I can't do anything right. Secondly, very importantly as well, you cannot win. Now they are in the wrong. We know this. They are causing you pain. They are idiots. They are just toxic. They just hate for hating's sake. But you cannot defeat them in argument. It doesn't mean that they're better. Park your ego aside. So what do? You do not stoop yourself down to that level. You do not engage. And you do not allow yourself to get triggered as well. It is easy to fly off the handle. It's easy to shout back. It is easy to put them in their place, but they'll just shout louder, engage more, trigger you more, and you take the bait, you finish. You're that fish, hook, line, and sinker. So what the hell do? You disengage. You get up physically, mentally, and emotionally as well, and take a step back and walk away. This is not weakness. This is not being a pushover. This is boundaries. So, imagine a relationship where your partner has decided to fly off the handle, and it's not a regular occurrence. This happens all the time. This is the extreme circumstance. Obviously, you need to review a relationship, full stop. You need to walk away ultimately. But even so, and this works in any type of relationship as well, they've crossed the line. They've got personal, they've attacked, they're looking for the argument. They're the wrong person right now, or the wrong person in general. I'm not going to win, because there's no winning in these circumstances when they're being unreasonable. I'm going to get up and walk away. I set this boundary in my own healthy relationship right now. My partner was feeling very overwhelmed about something, very stressed, and decided she thought at the time to take it out on me. Is she the wrong person? No, but in that circumstance, a person can still act wrong towards you. Am I going to win? Well, if a woman is PMS and she's stressed and she's annoyed and she's not thinking straight, no, logic and reason, which is what a very masculine trait of mine, is not going to work eitherwise. So what am I going to do? Am I going to criticize back, shout, scream? What's that going to do? Instead, I said, you're going to go home because we're driving. I'm going to go and have a pizza because I just need to have my own space. And I went out, had a pizza. She calmed down. Saw her an hour or two later, and she said to me, yeah, I was really out of order there. I'm sorry, this is my PMS, I'm stressed. And I said, look, it's fine. It's normal to argue and everything like that, but I'm not having that conversation again. I nipped that in the bud straight away. And obviously I treat her the same way. I wouldn't make her my emotional punching bag like that. That's what you do there. Okay? So even if they're not the wrong person, even if they are someone who means well, but every now and again they have these confrontations, it's because they believe that you want it and you engage and you're going to allow it. So either they're the wrong person or they're acting wrong towards you, which they are. You're not going to win. You're going to take a step back and walk away for an hour, a day, whatever. And when they're ready to have a healthy, normal conversation, which doesn't involve shouting, screaming, wailing our arms around, you'll engage again. No one explains it like that. But unless you've done it and practiced it like me, you wouldn't know. This is the kind of stuff I teach to people. This is exactly what we're going to break down in setting boundaries and confidence in the No Bullshit program, which is launching very, very soon. It's only 6 weeks long. Once it comes and goes, that's it. And it's only for 10 special people who are willing to do the work. And here's the thing, even if only a few people sign up, it's one-on-one coaching with me on subjects just like this. So do not hesitate. Join now, book a free call with me, and book your spot today before it's too late. Remember, you're never good enough for the wrong person. They are acting wrong to me. You cannot win. Get up physically, mentally, emotionally, because you're not going to take that anger and go channel it into, overeating or having a cigarette or anything. No, you're going to get up and protect your peace. Protect your peace like it's currency, because that's exactly what this is. Are you sick and tired of feeling stuck in life or being weighed down by endless struggles? Maybe you're exhausted from being walked all over, or tired of never having boundaries, or not saying no, walking away, or stuck in toxic cycles and situations. Well, imagine breaking free from all of that, feeling powerful and totally in control of your life. When you work with me, there's no BS, no fluff, just real, personal transformation. Now, you've seen my journey on YouTube about the power of walking away from the wrong people, overcoming addiction, handling grief, empowering myself from being rock bottom. But this isn't about me. This is not my story. This is your story. Imagine having a life on your terms, having a healthier, better relationship, being able to overcome your struggles and actually be at peace and taste happiness, maybe for the first time ever in your life. Now, other coaches fail when it comes to getting real results because they offer you generic advice that is not catered to you. It's a one-size-fits-all program and it's a load of BS. But I'm different. I listen to you. I take notes. I ask the deep questions and personalize and cater to your needs to take you from where you are now to where you truly want to be. And it's a lot easier and simpler than you think. So here's what I want you to do. If you are genuinely serious about change and personal transformation, book a free discovery call right now down below. And also check out the testimonials from real people and real success stories of men and even women who've turned their lives around thanks to me. There are only limited spots available, to take advantage of this now, and it's only for serious people who are serious about change. So let's not delay. Let's not keep you where you are now, stuck in the same cycles, the same routines for another year. Let's work together and break free together and live life finally on your terms.